you to answer out loud. If you want to type it in the sidebar, whichever side it's on of me, awesome. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Jen from Two Rivers Books and Weird Sisters Yarn. We don't have a lot specifically, not a lot of big stuff going on at the shop this week, just our Bloody Mary Mix brunch on Sunday. Judy Bennett from Portland Bloody Mary Mix is going to be there with us talking about all the amazing things that you can do with Bloody Mary Mix. We've got some yarn that we're going to look at. We've got her book. It should be a lot of fun. That's going to be at 11 o'clock. And I think otherwise it's just our ongoing knitting fun in the evenings. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Zipporah, and we have Vera here with us too to talk about book reviews.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Yeah,
this is Zipporah from Reading is Resistance. And if you don't already know our organization, our mission is to create opportunities for parents and teachers to start or expand diverse and inclusive libraries and reading experiences for kids and youth, and for those reading experiences to seed conversations and action around racial equity in the community. That was a lot of words. And I am here with Vera, who is my daughter and also is Vera of Vera's Reviews. If you've checked us out on Reading is Resistance, you will see that this young lady reviews a lot of our books and gives a lot of our book suggestions. And so we thought we would have her on today and talk about some books together and some picks. Do you want to say anything about yourself?
Like what?
Just an intro.
Oh, like my name?
Sure. Yeah.
Well, my name is Vera.
What kinds of things do you like to do?
I like hot gluing a lot. Like, I love just gluing stuff onto things. I glued a whole bunch of like old toys that I have onto like all my lids of jars.
There's a lot of art that happens in this house. Oh, sorry. There's a lot of art. What is in your hand?
Slime.
Okay, so I think a lot of you may, if you have children, probably slime is in your life. We've got some slime here happening right now. One of the things that Vera and I have in common, besides that we're related, is that we both really love books. We love to read. And when we have a book that we really love, we get really into it.
Yeah.
And that's something we've been doing together a little bit.
Yeah.
When Vera started homeschooling in the last fall, I invited her to work with me on Reading is Resistance, and it's been a great partnership. So today we're going to share some of Vera's picks. We're going to review a book called Blended live for the first time. As if some of you have seen our reviews, we often do an interview format for reviews where I ask questions and Vera answers and we see where it goes. So we're going to try that out. We'd love to show you a couple of our August reading picks, our book bundle for August reading, summer reading. And we might have an announcement at the end if you're lucky. Vera, let's just start. Do you want to start with the review or your picks?
Wait, let me put this down.
It's hard to hold books and slime at the same time.
Yeah, you'll get it all over the place.
I don't recommend. All right. So maybe let's talk about Blended first, and then let's do your other reviews, because Blended is one of Vera's picks, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So why don't you, Ana Lucia's read Blended. Wonderful. We think this is a good book for lots of people to read.
Especially now.
Especially now.
Well,
this is a good start to our review process. Okay, I'll hold this while I ask Vera some questions about this. So this is Blended by Sharon Draper. And can you just tell us a little bit about a little summary?
Wait, let me check the name of the girl in it. I forgot. I read it. Oh, Isabella, and she's mixed, and her parents are divorced. So she goes like to each
loud father intrusion.
So she goes like to both of her parents' houses, and they meet at the mall, and they wait there and wait for each other because it's just like an easy place, and I guess you can also get food there because pretzels are delicious. And her friend who I forgot her name, finds a noose in her locker, like in the middle of it, and then she starts like having a lot of stress and freaking out. So they had like a sleepover. So then it would just be like a calming time because sleepovers are fun. But they were watching like an old Western movie that's like old, and then of course another noose showed up, and then she started like freaking out again. And also at the end, something bad happened, but I'm not going to say it because
no spoilers.
Yeah.
So it sounds like this book has some friendship that happens in it, some issues about family, and also some issues around race and identity. What like draws you to this book? Why do you recommend it? It sounds like it has some parts that might be worrying, obviously, because a noose is a symbol of murder of Black people. So that's, and it has historical ramifications. So that's a lot. I mean, that's a huge stress for her. What is it about this book that really, for her friend? Okay. What about this book really, like, why do you recommend it? And what draws you to it? Like,
well, you got it for me
that's true.
on my 8th birthday, and I'm 10 now, and I've read it like 2 times already, and I really like it. And it also like I'm also mixed, so it kind of like what is the word?
It's like you relate to the identity of the main character.
Yes.
Do you find a lot of books about being mixed, or is that rare?
Not a lot. Usually it's like mixed with like another, like if you're mixed with like other stuff, you'll usually find that sometimes, but also that's kind of rare. But then also when a girl that's mixed that's very rare, because it's like they don't really write. They write books, like there's more books about people that are just like Black mostly, not like mixed people.
And of course, way more books about people who are white, because we talk about that a lot. Like we are all about reading own voices books by Black and Indigenous and people of color authors, and so that's already a small portion. And then the portion of books that are written about being mixed is even smaller. So it was really exciting to find a book that represents that experience for you. I think you really resonated.
Yeah, and also like she has like other siblings that live in different houses, because I have 3 other sisters, and
you relate to
they
that.
live in different houses, but I still get to see them. Not now, but
not during the virus. But so there was some definitely like relatable stuff happening in this book.
Definitely relatable.
Do you think, was there information about how to deal with racial like violence? And
there is, but also one thing that also relates to me, she plays piano.
That is awesome.
And I play piano,
so it just has a lot of dimensions.
Yeah. I mean, it does tell you like kind of how to stand up when somebody's being rude, or like the spoiler part at the end, she stands up for, well, I'm just going to tell you this, but she stands up for her brother in a police thing. I'm not going to say anymore because I'll keep.
You're going to reveal the entire thing. Okay. But so she does. She uses her voice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We need lots of examples of what that looks like, I think, so that if we encounter a kind of situation like that. Yeah. And that we can also support people who are raising their voices, because it can be scary to do that. But the more you do it, I don't know. Do you think it helps to have practice?
Maybe. I mean, it's probably still going to be scary.
Yeah, that's true.
And she was really scared because it was the police, like, and she's just this, like, 11 or, like, 10-year-old kid, like, is just saying stuff, and then...
Wait. Okay, let's talk about some of your fears about to spoil the book. Read this book blended. What ages do you think this is appropriate for?
Any age, just you have to know like that the system is corrupted and that other stuff is bad, and that
what stuff?
Like like being racist is bad and stuff, you should like definitely read some other books.
Do you have some recommendations of what other books someone might read before they read this book?
Let me see.
If you don't, we can write it up in our blog post because we always have.
Strange Birds would be a good one because a whole bunch of girls who are also like standing up for stuff.
Okay.
Let's see.
Maybe picture books that are good about like foundational books. You don't have to think of any. It's okay. You're on the spot. Let's go to some of your other picks with short summaries. Books that you think that kids should definitely read.
Oh, I wanted to see this one.
Okay.
Wait, no.
We have a little pile. Oh, it's
This one's a YA book, but I read it
okay.
anyway.
Have you read this YA book called The Henna Wars? I will hold it. I'm going to show it up here on Instagram. What?
So it's
Brief
about
summary.
this girl, and she is lesbian, but her parents, because of like her culture, they're like, that is bad, but they think that like she just got it from like a movie or something, but it's like she knows that she is gay and stuff, but her parents are like, we'll wait and it'll be all okay, but then it isn't, and then she starts liking this girl Flavia, who used to go to like elementary school with her.
Mm-hmm.
So then like they both open up like a henna shop kind of thing. Well, first they're rivals. Then they start to help each other.
Sometimes rivals can be attracted to each other.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that happens a lot,
It
actually. But
I'm trying to.
I know, just there. But at the end.
Okay, don't tell it. Okay, this is a really good book. Age group, even though it's a YA book, it was totally appropriate for you. So middle reader age. This is a great book. Henna Wars. Okay, what else do you have? Musical interlude. Since we come from a musical family. We have some friends here too. Hello, Steph, Jessica. This is great. We love this book, both of us. Can you tell the name of this book?
Fresh New Face of Griselda is
Brief
about
summary.
a girl named Griselda. She lives with her grandmother, her sister, and her mom. There's a contest for a makeup company that her sister works with, and it's for $2,000, and she is trying to win it, even though her mom won't let her sell makeup. But then she starts selling it at places like school, which you're not supposed to sell things that are not, that you don't talk to with the principal, like sell pencils or something. That'll be fine, but otherwise.
So she helps out her family.
Yes.
And she works with her big sister. It's an intergenerational story. It also has lip gloss, and what I remember is that the names of them were like really compelling.
Yeah, like Poison Apple, Dark as Midnight. So
good.
And also when this book was released, the author had like these certain like lip glosses and lipstick that she sold.
Oh, this also, I would like to say, from 2 weeks ago when we were talking to Leonora Vargas from the St. John's Library, we were talking about Latinx literature and the way that the covers, sometimes the publishers make the covers of Latinx books have things like cactuses and more stereotypes. And this one really doesn't. We love that about this book.
She also collects teacups with quotes of the first ladies. So she on each chapter it'll have a quote from one of the first ladies, and there are a lot of first ladies.
You're getting some love from Instagram too. People are liking hearing your ideas. This is a great book. So Fresh New Face of Griselda, Intergenerational Sisters. What else do we want to do next? Rick.
It's about a boy who doesn't necessarily like anyone. Like, doesn't like girls or boys. But his friends is like totally gross and is like just mean to like girls and stuff. He's gross. And Rick, he joins a club for people of all races and all things and genders and things. And they put on this talent show, but his friend, I'm pretty sure his name's friend is like Jeff or something, I'm pretty sure. And he starts to burn the flyers for the talent show because he's just rude.
Mhm.
He's a jerk. But then he like stands up for himself and he does coin spinning in the talent show.
Also coin spinning, people. This is great. Okay.
It's totally normal.
And last, this is one of both of our favorites we just read for our middle grade book club.
How to Make Friends with the Sea
Mhm.
is about a boy named Pablo, and he and his mom rescue this little girl named Chiqui, and
Where's the book set? In the Philippines?
Yeah,
Yeah, and the author's Filipina.
And Pablo at first he doesn't really like Chiqui, but towards the end he starts to like Chiqui and gives her lessons because she doesn't really know English and she also has a cleft lip. So there's that. Pablo was a little scared for at first, but they put her up. Her mom put her up for adoption without Pablo knowing.
Well, she was I think they were fostering her, and so she was going to get adopted by. Okay. This book is really good because it's about friendship and about brother and sisterhood and like chosen family, and it also has a lot about anxiety, which we've been talking about with the book club and with ourselves. We both experience a lot of anxiety in the world. This book, I think, like really resonated. It's nice to hear about another person who experiences anxiety and how they deal with it. Okay, we love this. Oh, also Tanya Guerrero, we were just corresponding with her because we have some materials out from our book club, some videos and some PDFs.
And she responded.
Super exciting. So we're big fans, and hopefully we'll be able to share materials through her too, which would be so awesome. Okay, we have some FAQs to end our session with. And
short.
What?
How short?
Oh, good. Well, you're going to have to come on again. This is great news, everyone. We're going to be doing more of these. Okay. So first question that I have is from a friend. And it is, as a kiddo watching and participating in the current revolution, social justice movement for Black lives. Okay. What has given you the most hope and what has made you smile?
What has made me smile about the revolution, or just what has made
what
me
gives you
smile?
hope about the world in that sense for like a movement toward Black lives, and what makes you smile?
Oh my goodness, that's a hard one. Well, my dogs make me smile. They do weird faces. They do really weird faces that are like creepy. Their lips like tuck in their mouth.
What about social justice related? Do you see anything that makes you hopeful?
I hope that after the whole movement, the meat has kind of like gone down a little, like all the protests and stuff. Like more people will like say Black Lives Matter and other stuff, because not a lot of people are doing that. I mean, there are a lot of people, because if you've seen live videos of the protest, there's like thousands of hundreds of bagillions of people. I made my own number.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that feels hopeful to me. Seeing that is really hopeful, and I hope things change, because we've seen a lot of things even just in schools that are like not okay. So we hope things change. So everyone has to commit in the long term. We have another question. I like that your pets make you smile. It's really good to have some things like that are just like normal, everyday, lovely things. From Jessica, I'd love to know what Vera is reading and what she recommends. And more importantly, a friend. More importantly, what are major takeaways from the most impactful books? We kind of went over that. What are you like? Are you reading something right now? In fact, you just started.
I am starting A Wish in the Dark.
This is one of our August picks.
It's like, fictional, like, story about the internment camps. Well, the Japanese internment camps and all that stuff.
It's not Japanese, though.
Oh, well, internment camps. And it's about that and a little boy, I've gotten to I haven't even gotten to the first chapter.
Mhm.
I started reading it.
It's a Thai-inspired fantasy world.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a book we're just starting to read.
And the cover's pretty.
It's a gorgeous cover.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the cover artists because we're in love with you. And okay, so that's what we're reading right now. And let's see. We have another question. Would you consider doing a virtual story time for toddlers? That question is from Donna.
Yes, I have already done a live on an Ella Fitzgerald story, and I would definitely do that. And I love little kids. I have a little brother and a little cousin, and my cousin is 6 right now, so it's kind of I do have to know how to interact with little kids and calm them down and stuff, so then she doesn't get too riled up and stuff, and I'd like to do that.
Great. So look for a toddler story time coming soon from Vera as Vera's Reviews. Okay, another question was one must-read book for young and old that has to do with social justice.
Young as in baby young, or?
Sure.
Oh, well.
Well, funny you asked, Caroline. Ta-da! Anti-Racist Baby.
Yep.
Recommended for young and old?
Yes.
Yes. This gives some foundational language.
It can also be good for corpses, even.
What do you mean? Oh, even beyond life. Everyone should read this. Vera's recommending. Before, after, during life, this book is for everyone. This book has beautiful illustrations you can see already here, and I love this dancing baby.
Yeah.
And it shows a lot of different families.
Yeah, and a lot of different babies.
And it talks about how to grow up anti-racist.
Yes, and what is it? 8 easy steps or something? There's something about the steps in there.
We can do it, everybody. We can do it. And if you start young, that's even better. It's so much easier to have the conversations when you start them.
It'll be a routine.
Early as possible. That's right. It'll be a routine. Yeah. I don't know if there are any other questions. Those are the questions we had. Wait, let's see. I'm going to double check. So there's a question from the bookstore, which is the format of our reviews are often interview style.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she said, how did you hit on this instead of more typical multi-paragraph monologue?
Sometimes when it's multi-paragraph stuff, and other things, it can be hard for me to think because it's me asking me a question, which is a little weird. I will ask myself a question do I want this? But if it's about something else, it's a little different. So I have my mom type out the stuff for me, and I can just talk because then it's more in my words than some fancy stuff. Fancy smancy.
We like the off the cuff. We like the real thoughts without a lot of
filters.
Yep. Which is why you'll see some funny things in the book reviews. I really recommend that you read them because they have some surprises, some nuggets. It's true. I mean, we work together on reading Resistance, and you have to have fun with it too. A lot of it's really serious and it's really important to us. And also we have to have fun with it because this is a big part of our lives and it's important to us.
Sometimes I'll help my mom with some questions for different videos, or I'll help her film them, or I'll say the stuff in them. So so check out on our website, we have a couple of middle reader book series with questions. And there's bloopers.
There are bloopers because there's lots of laughing during the videos. But there's also guided questions that are anti-racist, anti-bias questions that you can ask or answer during reading these stories. I recommend that adults and kiddos read these books because I personally have got a lot from them. And it's fun to talk about it with my kids. So I think that is another recommendation. Read together. And here we are. I think we could do this again sometime, Vera. What do you think?
Yes.
Great. Thanks for having us.
Good to meet you. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope to see you on Sunday at the Bloody Mary brunch and next week for Coffee Conversation again.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody. Thanks for being with us.